Youngevity, please welcome Vice Presidential Marketing Director Ben Fuchs.
Nobody died, I'm singing. Amen. Amen.
You guys hear me? There we go. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Doc. You're not here, but thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Ted, Nasima, Corey, Tom, and Denise, especially Tom Chenault. I love you, Thomas Chenault. Jan, Leon, all my Colorado friends, Dr. Glidden, MZ, without whom we wouldn't have Alex, we wouldn't have George Norrie, we wouldn't have Dead Doctors Don't Lie. From the bottom of my heart, my brother from another mother, MZ, wherever you are, thank you so much for everything you do. So you guys know I'm trained as a pharmacist. I'm trained as a formulator as well. And so when I look at products in a very unique way. I look at them as a pharmacist looks at products, which is how do they work? And I look at products as a formulator looks at products, as in what's in the products. And what caught my attention when I first met Doc 18 years ago, when I first joined the Youngevity family, what first caught my attention, of course, was Doc's message of health through nutrition. But as a pharmacist and a formulator, what next caught my attention were the products. And let me tell you something. As a pharmacist who studies effectiveness and as a formulator who studies ingredients, Richard Renton and Doc have put together an incredible product line, and I'm speaking as a professional, as a healthcare professional. In fact, if I didn't stand up on the roof and scream how powerful Youngevity products were in terms of their ability to change lives from a health and physical perspective, I couldn't live with myself. I've seen it over and over and over again. You guys heard the stories, and if you're here for the first time, you've heard the stories just today and tomorrow, and you're going to hear more over the weekend. Those of you who've been to the convention numerous times know that we hear the stories countless times at the convention. Well, I've heard the stories for 20 years almost. I can't tell you how many people have lost weight, hundreds of pounds, have been off of, completely eliminated their medication, even if they're on dozens of, tens or dozens of medications. No kidding, people are on dozens of medications, 20, 30 medications. And I've seen people completely off their medications. I've seen people, health markers, TSH and bone mineral density and cardiovascular health markers and blood sugar markers drop like a stone to the point doctors don't know what they're doing. They say, what are you doing? So what I'm going to talk to you about today is 6 of my favorite products. I only have about 8 minutes here. But rest assured, there are 4,000 or 3,000, a vast amount of products, and they all have the same kind of value. What pharmacists look at, in addition to what's in a product, and in addition to how products work, what pharmacists love is multifunctionality. Multifunctionality gives you value. Steve talked about the business side of the products. Well, I'm going to talk to you about the value of the products in terms of the multifunctionality. That is, all of the different benefits that you get, and I think some of you are going to be surprised by some of the benefits that some of the nutritional products that we have give us that aren't even mentioned in the copy, aren't even mentioned in the marketing, and it will provide you with a selling tool that, in addition to above and beyond the effectiveness of the products, makes the products more valuable to your consumer. So I know there's thousands of products, there's probably hundreds of products that I super love, but I only have time to talk about 6 of them. So without further ado, hopefully I can work this thing. Okay, Beyond Tangy Tangerine. All right, my favorite, absolutely my all-time favorite Youngevity product. It is an impeccable formulation. From a formulating standpoint, it's unbelievable how much nutrition you can get and still make the product tasty and palatable. The first thing that happens when you use the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is you get energy. All disease is caused by a lack of energy. That's all disease. On the microscopic level, on the cellular level, this causes a breakdown in the body. But in a macroscopic level, at a big picture level in our lives, it shows up as feeling crappy. One of the things that you notice with Beyond Tangy Tangerine when you first use it is the amount of energy that you get. The second thing that you notice is the nutrients in Beyond Tangy Tangerine are anti-diabetic nutrients. So the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is an anti-diabetic product. One of the things that happens when we have diabetes is we have cardiovascular health issues. Heart disease is caused by diabetes. High blood pressure is caused by diabetes. Kidney disease is caused by diabetes. All of these are circulatory, cardiovascular, circulatory health issues. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine helps with all cardiovascular health issues. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is an appetite suppressant. It's a weight loss tool. We don't even talk about this, but people lose weight when they're on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine because when we eat, many times we eat not for the calories, but for the nutrients. This was Doc Wallach's brilliant insight, is he noticed that people were getting calories but not nutrients. We tend to lump those two together. When we talk about eating, when we talk about food, we talk about calories and nutrients as if they go together. They're not together. In fact, this makes the Beyond Tangy Tangerine one of the best things beverages to take with your meals, especially if you're eating fast foods, especially if you're eating junk food, because the Beyond Tangy Tangerine replaces the nutrients that should be in the junk food, and you'll eat less junk food. So the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is an appetite suppressant, and it's also important for weight loss. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is versatile. You can put it in popsicles. You can put it in puddings. I grind up flax seeds, and I put the ground flaxseed powder in water, and I put a little Beyond Tangy Tangerine and stir it up. It's great in green tea. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine will flavor your smoothies. There are people who bake with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You can even put it in your vodka. Right? That's pretty good. You like that? The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is water soluble. That means it goes right to work. There are two kinds of nutrients. You got fatty nutrients, you got watery nutrients. The watery nutrients go right to work, which means if you have a gallbladder taken out, if you have an intestinal problem, if you have a stomach problem. How many people have digestive health issues? Because the nutrients in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine are water soluble, they bypass digestive health issues. Second product, and I'm running out of time rapidly here, are the glucogel caps. Everybody knows the glucogel caps. Everybody knows the glucogel caps are important for arthritis, but did you know they're important for your intestine? They help build the intestinal lining. The intestinal lining is made of much similar tissue to the joints. Am I hitting this fast here? The glucogel caps are also important for the circulatory system because the same tissue that's in the joints makes your blood vessels strong. So if you have a history of heart disease, if you have a history of aneurysm, if you have a history of defects in the blood vessels, cholesterol buildup is secondary. It follows defects, little nicks in your blood vessels, so you can lower your cholesterol by making your circulatory system stronger, your blood vessels stronger. Glucogel caps are important for preventing wrinkles. They're anti-aging. Glucogel caps, of course, everybody knows they're important for the joints, but they're also important for your brain, for the health of the 3-pound universe that lives in our skulls. All right, the ultimate enzymes. Everybody knows the ultimate enzymes are important for digestion, but they're also important for something called epigenetics. How many of you guys have read Dr. Wallach's best book, in my humble opinion? He's got a lot of good books, but if you want to read a really, really good, easy-to-read book about the history of medicine, read Epigenetics. That doc's been talking about it for decades. Methylation is one of the ways that our genetics is controlled, and the ultimate enzymes support methylation. The ultimate enzymes are anti-inflammatory. If you're dealing with arthritis, take them on an empty stomach. They're also they'll accelerate the healing of a surgical procedure, use them pre-surgery and post-surgery. Did you guys know any of this stuff? This is some pretty powerful stuff. Digestive enzymes are also important for pain relief. There's a special enzyme in the ultimate enzymes that's important for the pancreas, for folks who have diabetes. And the ultimate enzymes support bile, the activity of bile, which is important for the intestine, way above and beyond just taking them with your meals. Oh, I love this one. Fucoid Z. Fucoid Z is made with fucoidin. Fucoidin is so cool. Fucoidin is a sugar that's made by the humblest little critters on the planet, algae. Tiny little critters on the planet produce the biggest medicine. Polysaccharides, long chains of sugar. One of the most important is called fucoidin. It's a blood thinner. It will protect your skin from sunburn. It will protect your eyes from some of the effects of the sun. Algae live in the ocean, and they produce all of these wonderful compounds that protect them from the sun. When we eat them, those protective compounds go into our digestive system and support our skin health and support our eye health. The Fucoid Z and the Fucoidin, I like the Fucoid Z a little bit better. The Fucoid Z supports immunity. You guys probably know this one. You just go on PubMed, PubMed.com, and look up Fucoidin and cancer. But that means it's also good for autoimmune diseases. That means it's good just to keep you from getting a cold. I think the Fucoid Z and the Z radical are just tonics. just good health tonics. And of course, everybody loves the taste of the Z-Radical. And the fucoidan coats and soothes the digestive tract for folks dealing with ulcerative colitis or irritable bowel syndrome. The new products that Steve talked about, I only got a few seconds here, the ketogenic diet is the latest, hottest diet that's been around for 100 years. Some of you may know it. It was originally used as a brain health diet, so when you use your ketone products, you're going to be improving brain health, you're going to be improving heart health, you're going to be improving overall performance, athletic performance, and you'll be losing weight. Thank you so much, you guys. I wish I had more time. That's it.